Hi folks, Nathaniel here at Chicago Music Exchange. I'm joined by Ryan Lopez. How's it going, mate?
Great.
We've got something very special. I'm going to let you tell the people what we've got. I think they're going to figure it out pretty quick.
Yeah, I think there's some key indicators here of what we're looking at.
What have we got here then?
Yeah, so this is John Mayer prototype #1 that Two-Rock made for him.
Let's say that one more time. Say that again.
John Mayer prototype amp #1.
This was his?
Yes.
#1 prototype.
Played with it, toured with it. He used it live on Letterman in 2007. Probably has a sweat on it still. I don't know.
Video done, that's all we need, right? That's... What's your favorite John Mayer moment?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I'm
I've seen him
putting you on the
live a couple
spot, man.
times.
Yeah.
Probably, I saw him Madison Square Garden in last year, and the drummer was out sick with COVID.
Right.
So actually he did almost the entire set acoustically, and then Questlove came out, and they started with Vultures, and it's just super cool.
Oh,
Big fan of the Roots as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, just having Questlove book it from Philly to make the show was, you know, a really special moment.
Pretty cool.
Some of us were hardly ever here. The rest of us were born to disappear. How do I stop myself from being just a number? How will I hold my head to keep from going up? Down to the wire, I wanted water, but I walked through the fire. If this is what it takes to take me even higher, then I come through like I do when the world keeps testing me, testing me, testing me. How did they
I mean, this is incredibly cool, and the amp settings, which we've faithfully kind of followed here, it sounds pretty good as well, right?
It does sound really good.
I mean, I wasn't expecting the gain to be all the way up there.
You know, Two-Rocks are unique animals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that feel like it's the ultimate pedal platform.
Yeah.
To me, the best way to describe it would be heavy clean tone. There's something about the Two-Rocks. Some of them are dark, some of them are squishy, but some of them are also unapologetically like in your face. You make a mistake, you will know for sure. But I would say try it out.
Yeah. No,
Choose your way.
I mean, it's interesting you mentioned about, you know, the cleanliness of it, I should say. It is an incredibly clean amp. Sound-wise, obviously, I'm talking.
Wheels up, I've got to leave this evening. I can't seem to shake these vultures off of my trail. Power is made by power being taken, so I keep on running to protect my situation. Down to the wire, I wanted water, but I walked through the fire, and this is what it takes to take me even higher. And I come through like I do when the world keeps testing me.
It sounds pretty good, I have to say. Just clean, just straight into the amp.
100%. The Two-Rock thing is, it's percussive. The note hits you so quickly.
Yeah.
And the guys at Two-Rock at the time, I'm sure they were trying to impress John and really throw something his way that they felt would really enter his rig and enter the mix in a way that wouldn't take away from his sound, but also add to it and let him be inspired. Throw pedals in front of it, do whatever.
Yeah.
But he was inspired by Stevie Ray Vaughan a massive amount.
Of course.
So the Dumble sound, that big, you know, heavy iron transformer moving so much air, was a big part of like the sound he went for. John's definitely one of my guitar heroes. I feel like for my generation, especially, there's not a lot of guitar heroes.
There isn't.
And from his upbringings and his roots, where he came from in Connecticut, listening to Texas Flood and Stevie Ray Vaughan, a little cassette player or whatever back in the day, it's cool to have a full circle, and it kind of comes back here.
I mean, I don't know what else to say other than, it sounds kind of like the record.
When you're prototyping your own signature amp, there's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
And I played number 1 and I think 3 or 4, and they were so different. This one, and for lack of a better term, was angrier. So they voiced it for the trio. They were going for a more raw sound.
Okay.
The cab actually says angry inside of it. Because John told the guys at Two-Rock, like, I want it to sound angrier. So there's Jensen Neos in it.
Yeah.
And the way the cab and the head communicate with each other, it's definitely more of a raw, like almost breaking up clean sound.
Kind of who's this for, do you think? Is it just like for a big fan, or someone who's, a kind of rock and roll history? It's probably a combination of all those things rolled into one, right?
It might belong in a museum at some point.
It wouldn't surprise me, right?
Yeah, not at all. It's not like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But it's definitely for either a big fan of John's, a big fan of Two-Rock history, or just a, American blues origins, growing up in Connecticut, being the guitar hero of this generation.
Yeah.
Just a cool piece of history in general.